Sometimes, it feels like I'm losing my mind. Is everyone in the world blind? God, please send me a sign. Behind the curtain of success, there are meeting notes that may never see the light of day. These documents reportedly contain heated debates over how much freedom artists like V are allowed in expressing their true artistic selves. Whispers from former HYBE executives, now working at rival companies, hint at meetings where V's original concepts were systematically swallowed by the corporate machine. Interestingly, this pattern didn't just happen to V. Other artists under HYBE's umbrella are also showing signs of subtle resistance, each at different intensities. Strong indications suggest that V has indirectly become a symbol of rebellion against the system that has long silenced individual creativity. Junior artists are finding new courage to speak up, sparking a slow but undeniable wave of change from within the industry. Internationally, critics are paying close attention. A curator at a contemporary art museum in New York praised V's battle to preserve his artistic integrity, calling it a reflection of the eternal conflict between art and commercialization. Although controversial, this statement elevated the conversation about artist rights to a global stage. Meanwhile, HYBE's legal team has reportedly been working overtime to draft new contracts that prioritize artists' creative freedom, clearly a response to the pressure fueled by V and his peers. Yet doubts remain. Will these changes on paper truly translate into real-world practice? Even more surprising is the eerie silence of HYBE's competitors. Normally quick to exploit any weakness, they now tread cautiously. Some analysts believe this is a sign that the entire entertainment industry is observing, perhaps preparing to follow the path of change ignited by V's defiance. In academia, the V-HYBE saga has entered the curriculum of popular culture studies. Professors are using it as a live case study for Antonio Gramsci's theory of cultural hegemony, where resistance often arises from within dominant systems. V has unexpectedly become a symbol of individual agency against the backdrop of a massive corporate structure. Social media has witnessed a revolution in fandom culture. Fans are no longer just passive consumers. They are critical thinkers, actively analyzing and questioning every creative decision. Some armies have even launched petitions demanding greater transparency in BTS's music production process. Amidst all this, V himself has been spotted spending more time in his personal studio, reportedly working on deeply personal material, though it remains unclear whether it will be released through HYBE or independently. The ripple effects extend even to the merch world. Unofficial products featuring symbols of creative rebellion have started popping up in underground markets. Rumor has it that some of these items were designed by former HYBE creative staff frustrated with the rigid corporate system. On the business side, investors are now factoring artists' creative freedom into their evaluations of entertainment companies, marking a major paradigm shift that could change Korea's music industry forever. Inside HYBE's headquarters, the change is palpable. Staff whisper about how meeting rooms, once dominated by PowerPoint slides about sales targets, are now hosting conversations about artistic values. This cultural shift has even brought fierce competitors together, with legendary producers uniting to support artists' rights, proving that the issues raised by V tap into a long-suppressed need within the industry. Globally, copyright activists have started citing V's situation in their advocacy efforts. Organizations like the Artists' Rights Alliance highlight it as a textbook example of how giant corporations often erode creators' moral rights. Ironically, this controversy has only boosted HYBE's brand image among millennials and Gen Z, generations that idolize authenticity and integrity over polished corporate perfection. At the heart of it all, V continues to create. In a small private studio somewhere, every note, every lyric, and every melody he crafts is no longer just music. It's a statement. A living proof of what it means to be a true artist in an industry often dominated by spreadsheets and quarterly reports. His fight reminds the world that behind all the glitter and business empires, it's the untamable spirit of human creativity that truly powers the entertainment industry. Kalau kamu mau sekalian aku bikinin juga dalam gaya storytelling yang lebih cinematic atau powerful, tinggal bilang aja, mau sekali dikasih judul keren juga? Of course, ini sambungan langsung dari artikel atas 5 paragraf tambahan, terpakai gaya storytelling yang powerful dan nyambung halus. However, not everything is a fairy tale ending. Beneath the rising hope, cracks are still visible. Insiders reveal that despite the changes in tone, the decision-making hierarchy remains stubbornly top-down. Creative freedom sometimes still comes prepackaged with hidden limits, an illusion of choice designed to keep rebellious spirits in check. The battle for true autonomy, it seems, is far from over. One crucial piece not widely discussed is the emotional toll this fight has taken on V himself. Sources close to the artist describe sleepless nights and private moments of doubt, wondering whether challenging the system would cost him more than just a few projects. It's a reminder that behind every act of bravery lies a heavy price. A side of the story fans rarely get to see under the glare of curated Instagram posts. Meanwhile, fans have started organizing online think tanks, dissecting how the structure of Korean entertainment companies needs to evolve. They debate everything from equity shares for artists to decentralized music labels. What started as a defense of one idol's creative rights is slowly morphing into a full-fledged movement to democratize K-pop itself, something unthinkable just a few years ago. Interestingly, there are reports that rival agencies are now poaching HYBE's frustrated creative directors, offering them contracts with promises of full artistic freedom. If this trend continues, HYBE may find itself in a creative drought just when it needs innovation the most. The irony? In trying to control art too tightly, they risk losing the very souls who once built their empire. V's story is still unfolding, but one thing is certain: he has cracked open a door that can never be fully closed again. The new generation of artists watching quietly from the sidelines now knows that resistance is possible. And in the quiet rebellion of a single voice against a towering empire,